What is up, everyone? Forgot to. Hope everyone is okay and well, up and running. Um, Working. So, I have some news, some updates. So, got my mug with the name of our channel. Awesome. Uh, yeah, I even got how do you say it? I even got keychain with the name, also with the logo, looking good. I'm trying out some factories, or I can say that, produce tons of keychains, mugs like this one, just so I can create my merch and to have some cool prices for you guys. Also, I don't want to go through the normal ways where they normally ask for a kidney. I think it's too much for certain. Not that I don't support those things, but I can provide you guys merch you guys like at a better price. But yeah. So for today, we are finishing breaking Dino. Let me just prepare my post on the Instagram, because as usual I always forget. Still not something fluid. Still have to work this out. Second, just find the narrow point. Yeah, now we're officially live. We're only live when the announcement comes. So, oh, right. So I managed to, let me zoom in. I managed to find these, because as I've said, this broke on, wasn't the last stream, but it was the other one. So 2 streams ago, let this drop on the floor because I knocked the miniature out, and it broke right here, feathers and everything. I tried some some how do you say it, texture per se on the feathers by doing small lines. I think it came out great when you look, from a distance, but when you get a closer look, it doesn't look that well. So I'm going to try on a smaller brush. So I was doing like I think I was using the number one, so I might use the 00, and I'm going to try and do some really smaller strokes, one by one, without moving too much the speed. One more. Oh, we're going to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but I was thinking of doing. I was thinking of doing some layering above the scales, because like it has the reddish tone, but the reddish tone should on the skin. So the scales should, you know, either highlighted or in a different. I think that if I do like a brown or something, it will ruin it. So what I was thinking was doing a red, or better, doing like a white and then a wash of red above each scale. But we'll see, because I don't want it to be too tiresome. But it is what it is. It has to be done. Really want if I can take photos and showcase it. And also, I'm going to be using the white ink and where is it? The bluish ink. So I'm going to use this ones because I want to try something out on the sword. I want to create like. Thank you so much, Bloody Queen. You promised, you delivered for the follow. So the purpose that I want to do here, give a really light source with the ink, but on the entire rod. Then I want to do some, how do you say, some lightning coming from the edges of the rod. Because somehow, and you know when your best critics of something is people outside? Like, for example, my girlfriend, she doesn't know too much about painting, uh, regarding the miniatures. But when I showed her this sword, I was like, "Oh look the sword that I did. It has lightning and everything." It was like, "What are these two blue blurs that you have on the sword?" And I was like, "What do you mean? They're not blurs. They're like sources of light." It was what? What do you mean? So yeah, um, and I was digging around the web and everything. Normally, what people do, they do the rods entirely, not just the tip, just to provide visually that it is light coming from the rod and not just a blob of light. So I might do that. Actually, I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to use this tattoo cups as I've mentioned to you guys on the last stream. Actually, this one started with the gold. But yeah, I can actually show you how I clean this shit. So, as you can see, I had metal paint this one. Oh, already a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, as soon as it dries, just like that, and clean. Or when you finish painting and you still have the paint, you can pass water on it, and good to go. But I like to dry way easier, and it's not that messy as tap water on the sink. But yeah, like my hand don't even need this. What I like to do with the toothpick, just to grab those small pieces that are left. So for this, as I was saying, ink white, cyan. Normally, who does this shit is El Miniaturista. I've talked a bunch. I'm sorry for the shaking. My Vortex mixer is just crazy. Comes to and the camera is really close to it. Tends to shake the camera, but it gives a cool effect, right? So, as I was saying, normally El Miniaturista does this with the airbrush. I'm trying to do by brush, just the paintbrush, but let's see if the result is the same. Because painting is all about practicing, experimenting, right? So, do that. Experiment. Fuck, I don't know what with me today. As soon as I got home, started coughing. Something. Well, let's going to gently paint it like this, and then might dilute a little bit, make it around the rod. Sure, not sure though. Because if I was to do with the airbrush, it would. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Mine. Well, what I had one that was. I thought it was. It ended up not being cool. I don't know where it is. My old one. Let me just. Oh, it's somewhere. Nope. I don't know where it is. Did I? I don't really remember what I did to it. But fuck it. I'll I'll exemplify. But I had one from Green Stuff World where you put the paint bottle on the top, and then you would click, and it would start spinning around. Yeah, that is a bunch of crap. Because mainly, oh right, I think I gave it to my for her to use on the that I yeah. Why is that? So these bottles are really thin, and the thing is, even the cup, the smaller cup, would have like a little tight, not tight, but loose space. And as soon as it started spinning, the bottle just went and flew. So that was a waste of time and money. What I like to use is this one. I got it off on Amazon. Um, was in promotion sale. I think I got it for 35 euros. It even came with mixing bowls. It was 100 mixing bowls, and they're really good. Like a friend of mine, her her not her, his sister. Fuck. His sister actually works in a lab. They use Onulab, the Vortex mixers. So I bought this one because I had really good references, and it's really silent. The thing is, makes a lot the camera for some reason. Because this camera that I'm using on the iPhone, it doesn't have stabilizer, 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 stabilizer. So let me second stipple. I stipple maybe blend. And next, we are going to try and do lightning really so. Want it to yeah, exactly. And that happens a lot with my bottles on the centrifusion. That's the name. The spinning of the bottle would separate the pigment from the actual agent that binds the liquids and the paint. So yeah, but actually a lot. So I forget about that, and I started using the mixing balls in the or the Vortex mix. But yeah, they're really good. Totally recommend. And a little handshake just helps you get that final touch. Want to overdo. Actually, cool. It lights like that. And I think that because as Arnold Lazaro says, too much normally tends to ruin things. Fuck. When you don't unload your brush, it even fucks up further. Now the tricky part will be doing the same shit on the white, on the blue, above the white. How to lightning around. Yeah, yeah, those ones are really strong. That's one of the things that I saw a review from a guy on AliExpress, and yeah, as soon as I saw the noise on the video, I said to myself, normally I paint at night, want my neighbor to go crazy because of it, and the rest of the family. Sure. Have a nice night. Have a nice night of rest, and thanks for passing by in the follow once again. And for the great night, thanks to you and your husband. Really appreciate it. Really fun night that I had with everyone. Yeah, it actually gives it more of a vibe that it's lightning. Yeah, with the airbrush, it will be much better. Gonna lie. This type of job with the airbrush, it's so much better. Not only the precision, but the effect of the blur around the lightning in it. Really, really nice. I think that's okay. Maybe you know what? With a little bit of the brush unloaded, I think it gives a nice vibe. Maybe it's too strong, but I don't want. I don't know. I don't want it to be so strong. Same time. Again, this is just to have a notion of the OSL, everything. So just to practice. But again, on the camera, actually, this is. Hey, Robin. I'm fine, and you? How's your night going? Car looks great. Thank you, bro. This is just for training, practice. But yeah, I think it's looking good. But I'm still trying to improvise a little bit, trying to fix some things. Got a little bit. Sorry, give me just one second. I need to open my window because it's freaking hot in my, and the paint is drying too fast. They need to cool it down a little bit because it's almost 26 degrees, which is insane. Paint is drying fast as faster than a race car or water. Oh, floating a little bit, but I think we can. Yeah, painting only miniatures, like Games Workshop, or do you have anything that you like to do extra, like models or trains or cars? What have you started painting? I really like to look at painting too. Like I'm really new to it. Um, I think I have like 7 months, more likely. Like I can even show you some things that I have done. Now that you talk about it. Well, one of these that I'm going to show you to actually fix it because I broke one. But show you. So this was an entry that I tried to do on a painting competition. One of the rods broke, but I'm glad it broke because I'm gonna do smaller rods. Because I used the paper clip, and I've seen a guy online using electric wire thinner, right? So it actually gives a vibe. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Well, I went a little bit crazy, just to tell you. I think it was last weekend. Games Workshop boxes that's of oh, I'm afraid to say this, of the new Soul Blight sets, and I bought them all. So I wasted a shit ton of money that I've been saving up to buy minis over time and all. So I'm actually, and thank you for the follow, bro. Really appreciate it. Thank you a lot. Um, just to tell you a little bit of what I do here, I try to learn stuff. And as I'm learning all the mistakes and everything I do, I try to teach you guys just so you guys don't have to mess with it. A lot of streamers and YouTubers and everything, they do sell a lot of really good tips, but do it on an advanced level. Us as beginners, sometimes it's really harsh to understand certain concepts because mainly we didn't try it. And what I want to do is provide that information so it speeds up your learning curve. At the same time, it prevents you from mistakes that I did, which doesn't make sense. I know that you have to go through certain mistakes to learn, but there are some that, yeah. You need a second job. Yeah, yeah. I totally understand what you. And even the building takes a little time. I'm not gonna lie. And if you, even if you, okay, I have some tips that I can give you now that you're starting to build and everything. I'll go right in. I've talked this on the previous stream, but I don't mind repeating myself. Um, so yeah, was one of my first attempts on a painting competition. It's really not that good, at least for me now that I know certain things now, and there's a lot of mistakes. But yeah, it actually was a good thing, and I really had l- not too much. I really have too few days to paint this. I think I had like a week or two. So I spent a lot of time, a lot of days, like till late, working on this and trying to speed up my stuff. Um, but yeah, I think it came out great. Another thing that I'm trying to do, doing time and carefully, it's this one. I'm really, really happy with the result of this. So I painted a Tyranid, put it inside resin, and it seems like it fell off, right? I even broke some pieces of resin and put it there, painted them just to look like ice. I even did the obstacles and everything, like cycles, ice. Uh, and yeah, in here on top of it, you'll have like the name of the guy, Ulrich the Slayer. Yeah, that's it's this guy right here. So like yeah, and I'm gathering a lot of tips and everything. I'm going to show you guys. Time passes by. I just need to have a little time um to process all the videos and everything. And I'm going to post them little by little on YouTube. So the tip that I had for you was is the following. Let me show you real quick. Oh, actually, I can show you another thing that I'm working on. I'm working on really huge piece. It's not on Warhammer, but it's sick as fuck. I don't know if you ever watched anime, but there's a really popular manga anime per se, which is Berserk. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but yeah, this is one of the beasts from Berserk that I did. It's still not finished, but yeah, I think it's looking out great. Still finishing the tusks, but the skin and everything, the backbone. I want to do blood here to give it a little more realism to it. Yeah, this is one of the heads of Berserk. It's the head of the beast that goes on the face. I even have the sword, and just to give you a notion, look at the size of this shit. It's freaking huge. Like it's even yeah, it's the size of my hand. So just the sword. So imagine it's like 30 centimeters or 28, something like that, uh, of height. It's really big, and yeah, it's going to be massive. So I'm learning at the moment. I'm trying to learn some non-metallic metals because I want to paint non-metallic metals on everything. Oh man, you didn't have to. Thank you for the subscribe. Really, really appreciate it, man. But you really didn't have to. Thank you, bro. So, uh, what was I? Oh, right. I don't want to forget what I was going to teach. So, where is the mini? Yeah, here it is. So, now that you're Oh, no, no problem, bro. Sorry, I just run the ads, but you don't have to actually use them or watch them. You can just skip them and everything, or use blockers. One, because I just have to run them. Twitch obligates me, basically. But yeah, what I was saying is, um, you didn't have to try, bro. But thank you really much. What I was saying is, I'm trying to paint, and I'm learning at the moment a lot of cool techniques, especially non-metallic metal, um, because I'm painting this set for a friend of mine of Berserk, and Berserk is just like, look at the size of the base, bro. It's ginormous. The base. Yeah, thank you, bro. Either way, thank you a lot. And I can even show you. Oh, actually, did you saw the sword? Maybe you didn't saw the sword. I was showing you the sword, actually. The sword is ginormous. Look at this. Bigger than my hand. Or almost bigger. I count the handle, it's really big. Yeah. And what I was saying is, I'm learning at the moment a lot of cool shit about the non-metallic metals. And I'm trying on miniatures because on miniatures it's more difficult to create the pattern, right, of the metallics, the non-metallics. So I'm little by little trying to understand that. And yeah, that's a big boy guts. I know. And you can even like want to miss this, but I really want to show you. Look at the size of the cape. Really big, and this like goes like this, and it's really huge. The figure is freaking huge. It was a friend of mine that asked for it, and yeah, I'm going to paint everything on stream. I'm still just trying to understand a little better the notions of the non-metallic metals, but I'm trying to understand it as best as I can so I can paint it and at the same time teach you guys some stuff. For example, one of the things that I did lately was it already has some scratches, but I did this bronze non-metallic. So by non-metallic is, for example, this is a metallic paint. You can see it by the reflections, right? Because red doesn't reflect, which is non-metallic, and you have the metals, right? Which is metallic paint, true metal. So when we say non-metallic, it's to create this type of effect. You create like a fade between section. It mimic like the light was hitting on certain spots. Yeah, but listen, you don't need a shit ton of paint. Okay? Like when you have a lot of paints, like I have, for example. Oh, actually, you can't see them, but I have a shit ton of paints. Look, I have a sorry, twisted, but I have a shit ton of paint and a shit ton of colors, right? But you don't need to use them or to buy them. Why? Because you can learn how to mix a lot of the colors. You can mix them, right? You can create your own colors, and you only need the primary ones. And as you progress on your painting, of course, you will end up doing your own mixes, paints, and most of the paints you won't be. I bought this set mainly because I'm a little bit lazy, and sometimes I want to use an exact paint from a streamer or uh, most of the painting professionals, and they use some certain type combinations, and I want to use exactly that thing without having to waste a little bit of time. Like I could spend those extra 15 seconds, but I don't want to, so because I'm really lazy. So I bought the entire set and fuck it. But yeah, what I was going to teach you is the following, and let's pay a little bit of attention. So when you're building, oh wait. Yeah, for now I got one right now and two more of those Warhammers. That's a complete two will be double, and I got gray and black pine. After that, I will. Yeah, I think that's the best approach. You just so you don't waste a shit ton of money. Like, I did what I did because I really want to get good at painting, and I already have a shit ton of figures. I have a resin printer, so I printed even more figures. And at the moment, I have a really huge pile of shame, which I want to lower the number. But yeah, I think that's a wise approach. So a little tip for you: when you're building, the one thing that I like to do, and I found this online. I say this on every stream, and I'm going to say to you, I'm not by any brand. Okay? I just like when I like something, I advise you guys. If even if I'm fanboy, I will tell you all the pros and the cons of a product. I really like to be transparent about everything. I like to lie, and I've been a seller back in the days, and I've never lied. So I really like to be truthful with my old clients, and nowadays I even have people that send me messages ask for a little bit of a personal, and I'm really truthful to it. So AK Interactive from Spain, and have it directly from their website. You can buy modeling grade putty. What this has, at least for me, better than the other putties is like putties normally tend to be like a modeling clay type-ish thing, which is really dense, right? And you have to stick it and everything, which is a little bit of a bummer. But with this one, guarantee you'll be amazed because of one. It's like of a paste. It almost like seems like a thick paint. And the really good thing about it is right here. So if you add water to it, get close. If I add a bit of water, you can see that it's going even more liquid. So you can control thickness. For example, I like to do like a big pasty, almost paint consistency like this. Yeah. And the good thing is, what I can show you on my hand. Like, let's say this Travis here, finger, going to put this thing on it, and soon as this dries, it actually fills the holes really well. Gets and it's freaking easy to sand it down. That's the beauty of it. Because a lot of the substance that normally use, they're really hardened. This one, it's the softest that they have. And it's a modeling putty, which is not of the clay density, but it's more of the paint consistency type thing. You know what I mean? And what I did was on, I'll let this dry on my finger, but what I did was I did this on every union of the figure, and as you can see, most freaking flawless. I didn't I really rushed this up, but as you can see, I even cleared everything. Barely noticed separation. You can see that there's some flaws on it, so I should have sanded it a little bit more. But as you can see, for example, on the tail, you can't even. Oh, actually, you can with the reflection. But if I paint it, I'm really positive that with the thickness of the paint, it will just cover it up. As you can see here on the belly, you barely notice it. You can actually see it with the reflection, but as soon as I twist it, you just barely. Yeah, it's really magic. And I saw the other day a YouTuber using this. Like for I pressed my thumb here, but yeah, you can see it's drying out and it's almost flat my skin. So as soon as the water dries out, it will be like a thin layer. And it's really good for you to fill in the holes and almost have like a thin layer, just a little bit tiny above the the union. So you just grab a file, a really smooth one, and just sand it down, and magic. It's almost like there's no separation on it. Even the one, look, even the ones on the arms and everything, he did it here. Oh yeah, you can reflection. Like here, see, right there. There's the union, but the rest of the union actually, I even did on the neck, which is really natural. I even did around here. There's some things that I didn't file here, but you can barely notice. And as soon as you paint, the thickness of the paint, magic, like you said. So it's a really good product for you to when you're building up your miniatures and everything. I really, really like it. Really like it. It's a really good product, and I think people should talk more about it because it's really good. And if you want something a little bit harder, they have the hard one, the red one. So the yellow one is the standard one. It's what I use on almost everything. But if you have like a piece that it's fragile, you can use this one. It's really hard. It gets like bone thickness hard. So really good. Really, really good. Totally recommend. Freaking awesome. Oh, one thing that I can advise you is on AK also you have these mixing balls, cheapest ones that I found on the market at the moment. At least for me, I don't know where you live. If you live on Europe, you can check them out, and I think it's €5, 100 balls, 100 mixing balls. Um, and yeah, it's really really cheap. Even on Amazon, you can't find these prices. I've searched all over AliExpress and everything. To find them. Yeah, totally insane. So I think the score is much. Oh, nice, man. You're not too far away from me. I'm on Portugal. Insane. It's far. It's always far. Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people. Well, I used the stainless steel balls because of the mainly because of one thing. The stainless steel balls, you don't need to wash them up. That's the truth about it. I just pick one up and just put it on the bottle and that's it. But yeah, you can use like this tiny gray rocks, for example. You can buy this shit. Buy, not buy. You can find it on everywhere. If it's just a small rock, you can clean it and have to clean it really well because you don't want to have those tiny dust particles on your paint. You just clean it and then put it on the bottles and use them to shake them. A tip from a friend of mine is you can use like those tiny rocks from aquariums. They're really, 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 really cheap. Those glassy, really glassy rocks from aquariums and stuff. Yeah, they're really good. Also to mix the bottles. Um, yeah. What else can I teach you? Hmm. Oh, you want a cool technique you can use? Be good. Awesome. Texture and software mini is dry brush. This was a mini that I did a job on it, but then I didn't like it, so I tried to remove some pieces. But here you can see like you see scratches and everything. Yeah, sure, sure, sure. I'll be quick to it. So this tiny scratches, everything, it gives like a worn out texture to it. You do the thing. You buy these brushes. You don't want to damage your buy these brushes. Then what you do is I'm going to do on my dry palette, but you don't have to use dry palette. Just can do it. I'll do it on the hand just to show you. But basically, what you do is you put down some paint. And I'll do with the white just for us to notice a little bit more. You do this, and just the tip of the dry brush. Okay, you can buy dry brushes really cheap. Press for one. You don't need anything fancy and from brands and everything. This this destroys brushes, so you don't want to spend a lot of money on it. And what you do, I'll do it here. What you do is you actually remove most of the paint, and as soon as gently when you brush, see that it's only painting the top parts of my. This is when the brush is ready to go. So what you do is, oh, I'll ruin because this needs a new paint job, but I'll do like this. Just need to gently brush it over, see the magic happen. Really insane and gives a really cool look. It's a really good way for you to give a base coat. Not a base coat, but the like if you want to give a really fast and cool look to it, And what you can do next is, you need to see this blue, grab this blue, you dilute it in water, just to be a really thin down water, um, and you pass it above. Yeah, I have this one. Let me shake real quick just to show you what I do. Grab a little bit of paint, okay, and then you grab water, more water, and you want it to be really thin down, really thin down. Yeah, it's a really good thing. Like, do you see how thin down it is? It almost, and please use your hand. Your hand is the best palette that you can have to test things out. For example, if I use this, you almost barely see no paint, right? But above the white, that it starts to give color to it, right? Look here where I dry brush, gives a little paint to it. So what you do is you grab a little bit of paint, then you go above it. You'll see that it even gives more texture to it, because it will hide the look even better. It's so good. Really, this is a really cool way for you to give texture to your minis as a beginner. Hope you liked it, bro. Really, thank you for the follow. Please go to sleep. Have a good night of rest. And I'll see you around, man. And thank you for the subscribes as well of the Prime. Really appreciate it. And whenever you pop out, please ask me questions, because I'll try to help you best way I can. And I have a really bunch cool tips I'm ready to give you guys. So whenever you want, just hit me up and I'll help you. I'm also building a Discord channel just to talk with you guys. So if you want, as soon as I have it ready, I'll DM you here on Twitch. And yeah, have a great night, man. Thank you a lot. I'll PM you the Discord whenever I have it ready, and we can talk offline and everything. Share a lot of stuff about painting. Yeah. Have a great night, bro. Thank you a lot again. It actually came really cool with this. It actually, now that I noticed, yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Really appreciate it. Now that I noticed, this gave me a really cool idea. Why I like to teach people, because I ended up finding even more stuff. It almost blended huge white blob that I had, blended. It's actually really, really nice. Look at what the fuck is going on to my brush. It's splitting up like crazy. Why? I haven't been. Actually, I never thought about this. I saw a video, and I think it was about. Was it of Sergio Calvo? I think it was on Sergio Calvo, the video where he goes to Golden Demon on the US. And goddamn, they were talking about something of a guy. I don't know the name of him, but I think that guy use, uses only dry brushing to create smoothness and lightening. It actually blends really well. I never thought about it. And I thought that he was using like a really crazy technique, but it seems like he wasn't using a really crazy technique. It was actually really simple. Fucking hell. Well, you learn every day. I'm just amazed because I I wasn't expecting it to be so easy. Holy shit. Well, moving on. We finished the lightning rods, the experiment, right? Uh and now I want to finish freaking dinosaur. So, finish the dinosaur. We need to do the ropes, do the stone. The stone I'm going to leave for another day. I need to use the. Maybe I'll do it for tomorrow. Hey, J Walk Mafia, thank you a lot, bro, for the follow on YouTube. If you talked, no, you actually talked on YouTube. But yeah, bro, thank you so much. Thank you a lot. Um, yeah. So, as I was saying, I'm not gonna paint the saddle here. I want to do stonish type of saddle. Because if I think on primitive level, way back in the day, they didn't have access to really good saddles, I think, and I don't think it by the shape makes sense doing leather. So I went with the stony vibe. So I gave it like a just some texture to it, and then what I'm going to use, I'm going to grab some cotton. I'm going to spread it out. Now that I think about it, wait, can I use this shit? Maybe I can. Yeah, because you see, when you spread around cotton, this it creates this fibers, right? And what you do is you put this on top like this, and then you spray with the airbrush, and hopefully you'll have like that pattern. Stop with, but you create that pattern, stony style. You see what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. So my purpose is to actually provide you guys this experiment live. So I might do it tomorrow. So we'll move on to the spikes. I think the spikes will be a good thing for us to do today. I really want to spend some time on the tongue and on the eyes because I want to experiment some stuff. Um, yeah, so I think we'll do the spikes. So moving on to the spikes. How the fuck are you gonna do the spikes? Really good question, right? Yeah. Let me just switch it up like this. I think this is better. So you guys can see me better. This. Yeah. Doesn't get so as I was saying, my quick reference and some really cool references that you can actually see is the ones from Seraphon. Because Seraphon, they're really good looking, and there's a really good color scheme. And the moment what I see spikes either on the same oh good so people normally paint the spikes on the as the scales. Since I'm going to highlight the scales with reddish tones to give those edge highlights, scratches, everything. I want to do a lot of detail on this. Those scales on T-Rex. People like to do folds or riders. Let's put it like that. Riders, yeah, they either do it brownish with tones, highlights, or color on. What about it? That would mean it's a sure. We'll build it up with stripes, small stripes. Build it. Yeah, I can definitely grab the bottom, the red, real quick. So the red that I used, good thing it's already thinned down. So the red that I use is Vallejo Red. What? Rot red? Rot red? Rot red. Sorry, let me just change. You guys are not listening to it, but I am. That's one thing that I changed on my stream. Yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about. So one of the things that I changed on my stream was I'm now officially not using freaking music. You guys can't hear it. I'm listening to my own music, and that leaves you guys to listen to yours, uh, as well as you want to. Um, I know I listen to a certain type of music that can not be, well, not everyone hear it. I really like to listen to some really heavy metalcore. Uh, Also, I've been having a lot of strikes on YouTube regarding the MCA and everything. So I had to stop using some musics that I liked. And with that in mind, I gave up. I'm not using any more music on the stream. So you guys can listen to your own stream music. And you only need to hear my music actually. So, and also that helps me put some music on the backgrounds of videos that I do or socials and everything. So it's a win-win situation, right? I hope it is. And I hope you guys don't mind. I just think it's a really good thing for both of us if I don't use music. And I never thought about it because normally people just use music, right? Everyone uses their own music, and well, there are people, and has happened to me in the past. Like people were using music, and it was was really loud. And the thing was, since it was so loud, I couldn't even hear the people. Um, yeah. Well, actually, I changed the way my camera was looking at, but now that I think about it, the other angle was better. Was or a way capture that. I was something like that. I can hold joint, yeah, like that. Yeah, we're back to it. So, as I was saying, yeah, and sometimes I stopped listening to those people because the music was so loud and they were doing something that they could not see the chat at the moment. So I ended up stop listening to them, which was a bummer. But I really liked their content, but I couldn't listen to it. Some people I didn't like the music and I couldn't hear my own music, and it was a pain in the ass. So I decided to stop using OnLive. That's it. Mainly, that's it. So moving on, use this side. Moving on to oh, actually, should I do? Hmm. Now that I think about it, maybe because we barely see the red top of the uh well, if I do say myself, no, we'll go with this. We'll go with the spikes as red, and as we build up the color, it will become a little bit more noticeable red. I'll just give layer to it. This is not the best brush for this. So back to my workhorse of a brush. No, actually, the other workhorse. Although it's a little worn out, I have this one from Red Grass Games. Really cool brush. And I know they only have two, but it's true. You only need two. You don't need more. Like lately, I've only been using the number zero and the don't use any more sizes. I have, well, sometimes I try to use the 000 or the 00. It's so thin. You can actually do those dots on the eyes and stuff, but it's only for those type of works that I feel that the brushes are meant used. At least for me. This brush that I'm using, the red grass one, a little bit worn out at the moment. Um, but yeah, it serves for the job. Like if you can see that the hairs are splitting already. I get. But you know what? Cut them out. People normally tell you to not do, mainly because it can be damaging your brush by doing this. Because the hairs give support to each other. So if you cut them out, you will actually be moving some support of some of them. But the thing is, I really like these brushes. They want to use them. Break also. Well, it had a lot of hairs that were fucked up. A lot of hairs. Just try it out. Dry brush. They're separating. Yeah, I think I've managed to remove most of them. Yeah, I removed most of them. Actually, a little bit. Oh, still has one. Didn't got out immediately. Oh, it's good. It almost looks like it's brand new. Oh, there's a last one. Oh, got out. Yeah, I like it. So, and as I was saying, these brushes are really good. They really absorb a lot of water of paint, and cool. Really digged the time that I spent with them, and even if they are worn out, they don't keep the same distance as they had before. Um, like they still work for that normal job, you know. What's up with this? I paint and some two or three more appear. Okay, three. I just want to keep the bit. Yeah. Oh, almost look like new. I've done this earlier. Now they aren't. Oh, they aren't breaking. I didn't know this. I thought that by cutting the bristles, it would damage the brush. Because I read somewhere that they give support to each other. So if you actually damage them, you would damage the integrity of the structure. Guys, if you see me in a weird position or something, please hit me out. Because sometimes I get in front of the camera and I don't want to do. 2, but thought here you go. Even the tip getting some really awesome. Like I'm just hitting the top parts, and even if I let the red hit the bottom, there's no worries about it because it's always on the skin and the skin is red, so good that way. Alright, worry about it. Want it to red tone, not too bright. So the next layers, because this is the thing that I want to do. Like the next layers, I don't want them to be too spread out on the surface, right? I keep cutting more hairs and everything, so I think what they say it's true. One fucking hair can entire integrity of the brush. Almost falling apart. Almost as if I see broken down brush hairs every time I paint. Is insane. At least they are straight. A ton of them. I don't know, bro. I've cut so much hair on the brush, or it's working out. Oh, it is. Like that. I'll clean it in a bit, soften a little bit of the. Let me see. Trying to fix this one up. Oh, there's there. I think the rest of it good. Really had some hope for. I think I should be. Wait, stick. I'll think. So yeah, but it has a nice tip now. Yeah, but it hasn't. We'll go with that. So we had this white and want to dilute with the we had this white, we had this red, and I want to dilute it with a little bit of white. So we'll grab our silicone cup here on the inks. I like to use these silicone cups from tattoo artists because I don't like to mix here the inks and now the metals. Look, the metal just fucked up the sheet of paper from the wet palette. It glued really nicely to it. Doesn't come. But at the same time, it might, you know, have some pieces of pigment and everything that might loosen up, and I don't want that to be happening. So I'm never using metal paint again on the wet palette. So we're grabbing a lot of white, half of red. Want to get a lighter tone. The pink. It is the pinky side. I think it's good either way to give it like a nice coat. As soon as it dries, I think it gets a little bit reddish. Just doing on the top part because I want to be building up the color. So I think the best way to do this is doing the top side and then the the other sides we will do some small stripes on it. Yeah. So if you notice, like I only do the stripes with the side of the brush. This way on the edge, do stripe. For example, here. See? It up. Here, I'll do side of the brush, not the tip. Side of the brush. And as you can see, just the edge, the thing that it's highlighted. What about the horns on the head? What do I do about the horns on the head? Actually, a really good question. What do I do to the horns on the head? Maybe I'll paint on the same color as this one's, even though I don't know which color I'm going to use on those ones. But I was thinking of using like a marble type stone thing, maybe. I don't know. Something along that side. I think the stone here actually gives it a vibe of more antique rival, you know? Because they used to use a lot of stone for their type of constructions, ornaments and stuff, like the Incas and everything, right? They can, right? Confusing stuff. Please correct me if I'm confusing stuff. So I might do the same horns, same pattern. Or maybe it's odd, you know? Because maybe it could be odd having like stone pattern on this horns than this one. Yeah, a little bit. So we'll put this brush on the side and I'm going to grab other brushes that I have with me. Ones that are expensive. And um, here. So my purpose here is to use this really thin down paint of the little bit of a mixture that I did white, red. I'm just going to highlight a little bit top of the scales. Well, it depends, right? Because some scales, for example, like this one where I'm pointing out, yeah. As you can see, there's a nice, really nice tiny hole here. Here it's higher, so here it should be shadow. Here it should be the light with that part. Keep that in mind, guys, because sometimes the surfaces have edges and shapes, and yeah, you should follow that. Follow the shapes. And I'm glad that I have sprayed the brown in like almost zenithal type of thing that I did, because really helps protect the light is a while. I don't know if I'm prepared to do. It's really thin, so you notice. Fortunately, on the camera, you really on the red-ish tone, but I think you guys can like a ish tone starting. Oh yeah, and I just want to do it like on a certain specific area just to highlight, just to give a base for them. I still don't know how I'm going to highlights because if I keep giving well white to the red, it'll become pink. I don't think I want to do that. One thing that I hate on this set of green stuff world that I'm using is the brushes don't have any firmness to it. It's a freaking really like look at this. The brush doesn't go back to normal. This fucks me up because as soon as it tilts to the other side, on the look, keeps the shape. So if I want to use the tip, I can't because as soon as it bends, it stays like that. It doesn't have any firmness to it. And it's happening something again on the green stuff world where the brush hairs, look, break halfway. Again, they're breaking again. Fucking hell. I wish digitally was here just to tell him. I don't know if other people are having this experience as me, but it's freaking annoying. And I know Green Stuff World, it's not really good in comes like uh quality control. Fuck, this is getting out of hand. Like two different sets of two different uh range price. Have the gold and then you have the silver ones. And fuck, they just in a matter of weeks, even months, they just keep breaking. I don't know why they break. Like I'm gentle with when I wash them. I'm not like furiously washing them. Like this is like I'm going to show you. This is what I do. I just do this. I'm not like taking. I just roll down gently on the sponge just to remove the excess. I even do like circular motions, not all the way, just the tip and everything. Like fuck. What do the brushes want from me for them to work? Like, I don't get it. I even do use, I only use this ones for the precision jobs. So I'm not using it on really rough stuff, something like that. So I don't get it. Don't fucking get it. I'm getting really pissed off with brush. I even use soap, bros. I use fucking soap. Almost, no, I'm not gonna lie, almost every time. Now and then I forget, but most of the times that I use brushes at the end of the session, clean them. Roll out the brush like this on this motion, softly. I do circular motions without making too much pressure on it, like this, you know, like this, to clean the brush. I don't, I'm not too rough on the hairs, and they break. It's really stressful, you know. It's like we're spending money on brands that try to get some, like, we expect them to be truthful and to be on their best performance to give us what we are paying for. I know these brushes are cheaper than the ones from, like, well, Winsor and Newton and everything. But fuck, they're cheap. But if, but at least like they should like, I don't know, have some duration on it. Like, I've seen some friends of mine buying, I know they are synthetic, but fuck, I have like cheaper brushes like this ones that have been used with metals and everything. I'm not careful with them, and they still have straight hairs, even dried. They have better hairs than the ones from Green Stuff World, which are Kolinsky, which should be more malleable, but at least at the same time, they should be more durable, right? Because it's hair. Even though hair is a little bit fragile, still has some strength to it. I don't get it. Fucking get it. I don't understand this shit happen. I'm really considering going back and just start using the ones from AK. I really like AK. They have been providing a lot with their products. Products are really good. Their paints are amazing. Amazing. Their consistency is god level. They're easy to work with, perform. They have nice pigments. All of their stuff are just simply amazing. Their White Spirit, their Gosh, is it Gosh, Gauche, whatever. This paints here, thick paints. They're what are they name of? Oil paints. Sorry, it's not gouache paints. Oil paints. Like these oil paints are really good. Their minerals are amazing. Even this shit, bros, that I bought the other this thing, freaking awesome, freaking awesome. Not gonna lie, like it's so good, actually really good. Actually, I'm repeating myself. Um, like they're really really good. They give like a really nice collection water and remember them. Yeah, they have like this muddy tone. Freaking works so well, so well. It's almost like resin painted with that color, with that brownish, greenish tone. But at the same time, it's not resin, so it dries faster. It's better to work with. You use the brush. You don't have to use UV or being worried that you cure that stuff on the brush and on the daylight. So you can use it whenever you want. It's awesome. And I'm gonna start maybe a little bit on part. But yeah, I think I'm going to be using the ones from AK because the brushes I've seen Jose Da Vinci using them. He really loves them for a lot of times for a really long while. So at least I have a person that's using them that really talks well about them. Might start using them. I bought them, but I haven't them yet. I wanted to try the ones from the world first. I bought them when they were doing some discounts on their website, but and since they are cheap, I bought them. But I'm really um if I could, I would go back because I'm really regretting buying this shit. Like the money that I bought, that I spent on the green stuff world, I could have, I could have like used the ones from Raphael, like because Raphael has some really cool brushes that are synthetic. Not synthetic. Kolinsky. It's not the 8404. I think it's 704 or something. Has one of the digits is a little bit higher on the iPad. Let me on my uh or it's 8404 or was it 08? Oh, maybe it's the 08. It is. Huh, not the zero. I remember seeing cheap ones. I've tried them on the store, the modeling store, and it was insane. Not modeling store, the art store. Let's see, on $2 or eight. The links, Raphael, you know, are the higher one. I think it's the 8-4. What is this? Is it the 8-4? I only see 8408. So it must be it. Oh, fuck it. I'll dig it up and I'll tell you guys later. But yeah, one of these brushes, it's almost like, and I don't need the four brushes as a set on Green Stuff World. I never used the other ones. I only used I only used the zero and the one. And this is something that it bugs me a lot. Like the brands, they almost like tell that or make it seem like you need to buy the four brushes. Right? And you don't. You don't need to buy four brushes. Like you need to have like a bigger one and a smaller one for detail. You don't need anything else. Like you can, well, you can buy like a, how do you say it? Um, you can buy uh, you can buy a smaller one. Sorry, I got stuck on my head. You can buy like a smaller ones, like I did on this one. For example, I have this really tiny, and their purpose is only to do certain eyes and stuff like that. Look, want to see something? I bought this one, which is even smaller than this one that I showed you guys, and it's a sixth part of a tenth, so it's really really small. Oh, it's 8504. I actually had the brush here. Totally forgot about it. I'm so fucking stupid. Um, yeah, it's this ones. Yeah, it's the synthetic ones. This is Kolinsky imitation from Raphael, the 8504. They're really good. they're cheap as fuck. Like these two brushes, I think they only cost me like €3 or something like that. Like normally they're really expensive, and I have this one, and I could buy like a shit ton of these brushes, almost the entire range, and still not be spending the same amount of money that I spent on the Green Stuff World and have a better performance. I'm not using them because they're so good that I want to waste, not waste, but use the ones that I have that are cheaper or inferior, so I can go back to them. But I thought that I would go back to them like a year or something, and Green Stuff World is giving me a lot of reasons to stop using their brushes. Not only their quality from brush to brush is different, um, but the hairs in the bristles, they just keep breaking, and I don't know why. Really, really, um, strange. It's almost as like the bristles are really fragile. And the thing is, they break on almost the same spot, which is weird. And I normally even store the brushes on the side. Don't store the brushes upside down or upwards. I store them. I have like a really nice thing where I can just put them there, and I don't even touch them. Nothing touches them. It's a little bit crazy. I'm gonna do a brighter red, fucking things up. Good. The own territory. Because I've never done highlights. Trying to understand. And sorry about the shakes. I'm going to use my Vortex mixer, and he's really close to the arm where it's holding the camera, so camera shakes. Cause it gets weird. I know. Sorry. Yeah, just like that. Oh, put this here. Well, actually, let's leave it here. Brr, we grab our paint and paint, so we have a nice puddle here. Let's see what happens if I add this slightly yellowish tone. Ooh, so we have this one, and then we have really similar, so we might as well just. I like this combination because it goes more towards the on the pinkish side, but it's more warm. Not like so. Maybe should have used. Where the fuck is the red? Oh, I think I thought that I hid it somewhere. Again, on the shelf. Let's try and mix these two, because this one had a white, right? So let's try and mix these two. See, the mixture is the same. That's all the same. More reddish. Got a hair there. Nice. Look, it's actually really better. Actually better. It's really close to this one, but it's warmer, right? I think. Look at this. Look at this combination. I think they're really close, but this one is warmer than this. This one clearly is a little tighter. This one as well. There are really more. They're just slightly. There is just a really tiny difference, almost not visible to the eye. Really strange. And I had white but yeah, we should. Yes, oh, cup of water there. I don't want it to be going on palette. Sorry, I'm using the wrong. Trying to do a detailed job here with this brush, but what the fuck is going on? But I have a lot of hairs here on the miniature. It was okay. Focus up. And like, I don't even let my cats go in this room because of the amount of hairs that they release. Just insane. I don't want hairs going to miniatures and everything, but fucking hell. Ruins a lot of the paint job. Trying to do something cool. Somehow, hair, the hair, fucks the. Because you see the hair beneath. Oh, actually, let me try hair there. thicker paint, thicker. And the highlights here should, I don't want to overextend highlights, like backfire. Might um just want a slight. Somehow I'm losing that. Erase it. Somehow I was losing that. Oh, I remember a technique that I can use. Else? Yeah. Good idea. I'll use I'll use tails like white. Then after using the white, I'll give it like a full red again above, just to make the white below pop more. That's actually a good idea. Go with that. Because that way the red will be red. Won't be like pinkish stuff. But you will notice a red more tense. So let's try it. I'll grab a little bit of ink here. I'll just use on this too. Doesn't work out. I want to clean the entire dinosaur. I want to clean just tiny little piece. So let me zoom in a little bit more on you guys so you can actually. So this paint is a little bit thin. Okay? It can see through, but it actually oh. So yeah, that and moment. It looks more intense, but it actually gives the vibe that it's something unique. It gives the impression that something is been, but at the same time it looks cool. I can't just be doing around. Careful with, because this could potentially backfire. This could backfire me. And maybe I'll use the same technique here. I'll do like white, then wash it down. Red. That's a good idea on the spikes. Oh, what time is it? So we're past the 2 hour mark, and yeah, really tired today. I worked my ass off. That's my work, and yeah, really tired. I don't know what my micro opposite way. Oh, yeah, I want it to be like that. This better. I think like that is. So, as I was saying, no, actually is catching less of the voice. This is better, right? So, as I was saying, uh, uh, yo, anyone on YouTube, if you guys want to ask me questions, just feel free to do it. So, I know some of you are lurking. You can ask me questions. I'm aware of the. I'm looking at the chat on YouTube also, so you guys don't afraid of it. So, using the white ink again, because I think the white ink, since it's ink, it's more diluted, so I think it will be better for the highlights. Yeah, like this. I really have to be careful with the highlights, but I have to do it like this. Ooh, now we're going so. I want the light to be hitting on almost same side. Don't don't be afraid, like trying stuff. Please try stuff. You guys learn a lot by changing tones, changing things, and remember, like I don't know if you guys code or anything, but I feel like paint is really similar to coding in a sense. Because normally people teach you like coding it's refractable, right? In refractor a lot of code. Refracting we mean changing. Always on the constant move. You need to update a lot of stuff. For example, some things get deprecated, so you need to use other stuff that are more updated and everything. And like paint, at least for me, think think like this. I think like the paint actually a little bit like the code itself. When you're doing a brush stroke, and remember, I tend to do this a lot of times. And when I say a lot of times, I say a lot of times. I constantly worry with the brush stroke, right? Perfect brush stroke, the perfect blending, perfect stuff. And like you don't have to search that for you, right? You can be harder on yourself, but you don't need to be that hard on yourself. Like you can just take things slow, experiment stuff, try stuff that you're not used to, because it's good. And while you're trying, I almost guarantee you that you will learn something. Unless you're trying just to meet someone and you end up somehow like trying to mimic it, and you can't, and you feel frustrated. But at the same time, really believe me, try stuff. The only downside that I find on this type of is they dry really fast. The only downside, fast drying rate. Someone is making racing games today. I hear a lot of cars, but not cars. Sorry, motorbikes. I live next to the highway, so I hear them a lot. And today they really hitting the pedal. I think autos now. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have done like some dry brushing also. That would be cool. Thing is, the dry brush. Oh, actually, I can try. Really strong, softer, softer, softer. I don't want to stop. Thought about earlier. Like this, it really helped. Look, it really helps to feeling part. I know. T-Rex, I'm sorry. Thing is, it's not as strong. I would like it to be, but fuck it. This speeds up a little bit of the process. I'm going all for it. Oh, the brush. Loaded or unloaded. The less. Fuck. Okay. I know. Oh shit. I painted this side. Oh my fucking god. Look at what. Look at this. Oh, I can't believe it's dried. Oh, it dried already. Paint here. This brown. Remove the red. The thing is, red under brown, it doesn't hide too much. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Actually. Remove that shit. Fuck. Pain in the ass, but try. Do it. What do I have actually? Face. So, clean. Clean my dry brush real quick. Nice. Doesn't have or white. Nice. So now, bit of the red. You know what? I'm actually gonna do the following. I'm gonna put this brush on the side, grab this, just remove paint here before. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the red one on here. Two, three, three drops. I think it's enough. Maybe I should have gone just with one. That was too much. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six freaking thinner drops. I'm gonna grab really nice and big brush. Mix it all. The purpose here is to make the paint a little bit thinner. Because I want to see where the highlight is. And the other colors beneath it. I don't want to ruin transition of the brown. I really, really want. Second layer, but in a second start seeing the red a little bit more vivid. Some area. Not all, but some. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm doing this thing with the red with the side of the brush because I want to be like almost like dry brushing. I'm only hitting with the brush on the edge. Actually, nice. I have to do a second coat because if I don't, it'll look pink. No matter what I do, it will look pink. I don't want it to. I have to dig some reflections. I need to have some reference. That's another thing that I like to give you guys as a tip is always look for references and yeah, try to use them as much as you can because references really help you guys. to keep a reference. While keeping a reference you for your paint job, it will help you like guide you while you paint. But yeah, you can see that on this third layer that I'm doing, on the spots that I had the white, it actually, like for example, I had the white here, and actually it's actually giving little slightly more vibrant tone. But I had to give it 3 layers above it just to have that effect. Oh, shit. Drag paint here. Range here. This like a dark red there. I'll do a brown. Ooh, actually doing this on the gold, it actually gives like a really nice red gold. Done that. And the only downside is if I don't give the second layer, you'll see that some parts it's like a purplish pinkish tone. I don't like it. Not gonna lie. Don't like it at all. Actually, not a good thing. Grab another brush that this one. Oh, I completely forgot about it. More of a flat, better to blend. Fix this gold later. But yeah, the way that I have to compensate, I don't think it's worth it. Some parts, not all, but in some parts, I don't think it's worth it. Just to have that little extra highlight. Sure. Some areas it came out beautifully well, but on others, even ruined some of the contrast that I had with the browns. I had it really smoothly. Now I don't have such a smooth position. Fuck. Forgot to load the brush. So I'm getting a little bit tired, so I think I might stop here. I'll still try to paint off stream. Just need to make a break before I come back. Continue painting. So yeah, I think I'll keep on painting. Make a break. Keep on painting off stream. Um, and yeah, I'll post on my Instagram updates. Please, guys, if you really liked this stream and you want to know more updates, um, I know post them on my Instagram. So get in touch or know what I'm doing. Way to start. Yeah, I'll be finishing it on off stream, like I said, and yeah, I think this is it. I'm really tired and I can barely talk English. Fuck myself. So, guys, thank you a lot for everything. You guys are amazing. Bloody Queen for the follow, Robin Roots for the follow, Robin Roots again for Prime, and Jaya Welcome Mafia for the subscribe on YouTube. So, thank you all for watching. You'll see me here tomorrow, and yeah, thank you all. Really, you guys are awesome, and yeah, I'm really working for the upcoming tutorials and everything. So feel free to subscribe and follow so you can get notified. So yeah, guys, thank you a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.